Well, my name is Joey Bilotta. I'm the president and founder of EduKick International Football Academies, incorporated back in Santa Barbara, California on May 23rd, 2001. So we're very excited that next month, actually this month on the 23rd, it'll be 18 years incorporated and in business, providing football and education opportunities for young footballers worldwide. How did it all start? Well, when I was only 6 years old, my best friend from Sacramento, California, my best mate in kindergarten, first, second grade, etc., his father was from Austria, and he was part of a German soccer club in Sacramento, California, and he got us playing. I believe I was 7 years old the first time I played organized soccer, and I was trained very, very well by these German immigrants out of Sacramento, California. It taught me the fundamentals, and it didn't take long for me to catch the spirit that is the beautiful game and the passion, and I never really stopped. Yes, so I took my soccer career, had a very successful high school career. We did really well. We were one of the best squads in the city, was playing for California state team, select team out of Sacramento. And we took that trip to Germany. It was a football select team that we took to Germany for a series of matches when I realized that what I really wanted long term, which was to play professional football. I did really well in Germany. At the same time, I was already being scouted by several NCAA Division I university programs in America. So when I got home, I had a big decision to make. Was I going to take the traditional European pathway to pro football, or was I going to take I guess you could say, the more conservative US pathway, which of course includes going to university first before pursuing your dream to become a professional footballer. So after long thought and discussions with my mom, I remember after coming back from Germany when I was 17, I made the decision to accept a full soccer scholarship to St. Mary's College of California. Right. Graduated from St. Mary's after very successful academic career, graduated in psychology in 1986, 3.3 grade point average. I did really well playing varsity soccer, NCAA Division I. And it was at that time, immediately upon graduating, that I was sent to Spain by a Brazilian agent to pursue my dream to play professional football in Europe. Well, it proved to be very difficult in Europe. At the time in Spain, they only allowed foreign players in the first and second A divisions in the Spanish La Liga. Of course, they have La Primera, Segunda A, Segunda B, Tercera. So they only really allowed professionals back in the late 80s in the first division and the second A, which made it very, very difficult. They were only allowed to sign 2 foreign players per team at that time. So after several tryouts with several professional clubs in Spain, it was hard for me to latch on. I finally made a move up to England, where I had trials with Colchester. Again, difficult situation with work permits. It was at that time I negotiated from England with Sacramento to return home and play in the American Professional Soccer League. Yeah, it was a very short career when I look back on it now. Successful in that I was able to play several years professional soccer at the top level in America at that time. Playing for Sacramento for several seasons, ended up playing for Santa Barbara and Stockton. But before I knew it, it all came to an end. And I remember thinking to myself, well, thank God that I chose the US pathway to soccer and secured my university education prior to pursuing my dream. because as I point out to a lot of my academy players when I'm visiting our venues in Europe and around the world, when I have chats with them, even those players that make it, even those players that have a good career and make good money, still life after football appears and one must be prepared. Still, the football career ends and people have to be prepared for what they're going to do after professional football. EduKick, oh boy. Well, it was May 23rd, 2001. I'm a couple years out of pro football. I'm working as a high school counselor and a club pro for the local soccer clubs in Santa Barbara, California. And I decided that I wanted to do something significant in the sport. And it took me only maybe a couple weeks to come up with the philosophy of EduKick, the idea of combining football, progressive professional football soccer training with education. And EduKick was born. I started the website, incorporated the corporation, California S-Corp, in May 2001, and really we never looked back. Good. EduKick was always an evolution. We started back in 2001. Took us a couple years to get off the ground. Of course, there was 9/11, a couple of things that slowed us down. I think it was 2003, we finally had our first summer camp in Madrid, Spain, with the concept of combining Spanish language acquisition with progressive, intense Spanish football training. And we progressed from there. Eventually, after a couple of years of expanding out summer programs to several different countries through my contacts in professional football around the world, the light bulb went off and I sort of evolved my company from a summer language acquisition soccer camp to a full year-long football and education boarding schools around the world. And we operated these academic year soccer boarding schools in Spain, Italy, France, Germany, England, Brazil, and Mexico. Oh yeah, very, very excited now with the new news of the new EduKick venue in Erie, Pennsylvania. It's very exciting for me as a former American professional player who, again, went through the North American route to pro football, which included securing my university education first. So it's a big honor for me to be able to take on this project of EduKick USA PIA. What is it exactly? This is an opportunity for international families around the world that have a son or daughter that is pursuing the North American pathway to pro soccer, that is interested in attending a private charter prep high school, which we have, Mercyhurst Prep out of Erie, Pennsylvania, being accommodated, supervised, and mentored within the confines of our boarding school, Pennsylvania International Academy, and being involved in our very progressive professional soccer academy daily training with our technical coach, insertion onto a local U.S. youth club for match play and additional evening trainings. We also have a strength and conditioning program as part of the course. All of the communication, reporting, supervision that you would expect with any proper boarding school is all there. And so what is the idea? The idea is for those international families that are thinking about having their young footballing playing children attend a U.S. or Canadian university. The idea is to come to EduKick USA, to our private charter prep high school, prep, finish high school, develop as a young footballer, and begin to reach out systematically to all of the coaches in America and Canada using the software that we have with EduKick's sister company, University Search. Tell you more about University Search. University Search is a very exciting and EduKick sister company. It's been around now for a couple of years, but we've been Canadianizing the software, as it has all 5,800 U.S. university men's and women's soccer programs in the software in the database. We took the time in the last couple of years to include all 99 Canadian men's and women's soccer programs. So this is a one-stop shop for families around the world, international and or domestic, that are looking for the right university, trying to get their son or daughter a roster spot in a soccer program and a possible soccer scholarship. Yes, well, we're very excited about EduKick USA in that we're able to combine my expertise as an ex-American professional soccer player, my experience having graduated from an NCAA Division I soccer program at St. Mary's College of California out on the West Coast. Combining our sister company software, University Search, to assist international and domestic players around the world that want to come into our charter high school, start prepping and systematically reaching out to each soccer program in America. Literally through our database and through our system, our players are able to create, using our wizards, their academic resume and their soccer resume, and with the push of the button, they're sending their academic resume to a university registrar for application enrollment consideration, and also with the push of a button, their soccer resume to that soccer coach for roster consideration and or soccer scholarship consideration. Right, so what we'll be doing at the EduKick USA Charter High School is through the software, our players will be practicing. We have an agreement with an online testing company, so they will be able to use the software also to practice their SAT college entrance exam. Each time they take the exam using our system with University Search, the exam repopulates into a new test, thereby allowing our players to practice the SAT exam until they're comfortable. Once they feel that they're comfortable, we will be arranging SAT testing dates and sites near Erie, Pennsylvania for our academy players to actually take the SAT. That is, of course, required for college entrance in the U.S. Good. I just am very excited about having had the opportunity to remain in football, to remain working in football, to be working with young people in education. I particularly quite enjoy mentoring my clients, my client footballers. I make a point of saying that for each kid or each young adult that signs up for an EduKick venue worldwide, we say that you are now entering what we like to call the EduKick football family. And I'm Uncle Joey. I'm here to mentor our young academy players, to advise them and their parents as to what may be the next steps for them in terms of their aspirations, both academically and educationally. Yes, for sure, contact us at edukick.com or our new site, footballsocceracademy.com. My Skype ID is edukicksoccer, and I can be reached on WhatsApp at +1 289 242 1143. And I encourage any interested player and or parents to contact me and schedule a teleconference so that I can go over all the options and which of our venues around the world may be best for the young boy or girl that's interested in our programs. Thank you for your time today. and I hope to see you soon in one of the EduKick venues around the world.